So you love action RPGs and you know that Diablo basically owns the space, but you want to play an action RPG that isn't Diablo. So today I'm bringing you guys 25 games that are action RPGs just like Diablo, but they may be on mobile, they may be on PC, console, some are free, some aren't, but they are all a great option for you to play when you're looking for an action RPG that's a lot like Diablo 1, 2, or Diablo 3. Let's take a look at the list. First up, we have Undecember. Undecember is one of the newer action RPG titles that you can play. This is available both on Steam and on mobile, and it's a cross-play game, which means you could play it on Steam, on your PC, then you can go off to the supermarket and play it while you're waiting online on your phone, and all of your progress will be saved throughout that account. Really great feature here. Undecember is also a classless game, which means you don't have to choose a barbarian, a mage, a wizard, an archer, a class. You could build your class as you go based on the skills and the rune system that you're using inside of this game. This is a beautiful game and an amazing option for action RPGs outside of Diablo. And also, this one is free to download. Now, of course, there's microtransactions within the game, but they're not too insane, to be honest, if you ask me, especially for the genre and free to play. This one's available on Steam and mobile, and again, it's called Undecember. Vikings came out back in 2019 and is currently sitting at 30 bucks in the Steam store. Some really nice graphics with good details along the way, and a combat system that you are probably going to enjoy. I like the look of this one. Next on today's list is Diablo Immortal, and yes, I know that I said this is a list of games that are like Diablo, but Diablo Immortal is a bit different because it is a mobile client. With that being said, you also can play Diablo Immortal on PC as well. Heavy in the microtransactions, being a free-to-play action RPG. With that being said, it's one that I absolutely love. So much that I actually created a second YouTube channel called Echo Gaming Diablo just to cover games like this, specifically Diablo Immortal. Come check out my second channel, Echo Gaming Diablo, for daily uploads of Diablo Immortal. You can't go wrong, guys. You could completely play it for free. Just don't spend any money in it and you'll be having a good time. Let's bring it back to 2018 with Shadows Awakening. This action RPG still looks good for the test of time, and it's available on Steam right now. This one does have a price tag of $29.99, so it's not a free-to-play one like Undecember, but it's still a great option in the action RPG space. Also back from 2013 is Path of Exile. Now, another game that's 10 years old, yet this one looks quite a bit better. Actually, the last one, Baldur's Gate, was actually on Steam since 2013. This one was created back in 2013. This is another free-to-play action RPG, and honestly, one of the best options on today's list, in my personal opinion. This game is going to cost you absolutely nothing to play, and if you want to spend some money, you could do that with cosmetics and in a few other ways, but it really is one of the best free-to-play experiences in the action RPG space currently. Now, this is an older game, and we would anticipate that there's going to be a newer version coming soon, but even with that said, it's been updated over time. This game is not stagnant, it's not forgotten, and it's always supported by the developers. It's one that really you have to try if you're into those hardcore action RPGs. And next we have Baldur's Gate, currently on sale for about $5. This one takes us back to 2013. That's right, this game is 10 years old, but action RPGs, a lot of them really do, they kind of keep well. Although the graphics may not be on par with what we're used to today, the gameplay is still a ton of fun, and you could get a lot of enjoyment out of this game, especially if you're into these older style games. Now, there will be more on today's list that are like this, that do have this graphic quality to it, and there's other options that you may be interested in, but this one is definitely one worth being on the top 25. Next on today's list is Torchlight 2, and actually we can also mention Torchlight 1 for all that matters. This is a really good game and one that got me into action RPGs. I actually played Torchlight 2 back in the day on my Xbox before even playing Diablo, so that says something about this game. It's really colorful, done well. You can have pets inside of the game, and the progression is really fun, and it just is one of those games that is very similar to Diablo but gives you that different art style, as you can clearly see. You can't go wrong playing Torchlight 1 or playing Torchlight 2. both of them available on Steam. And if you decide to buy these, they are each $15 on Steam. You could always wait for a bundle where you could maybe save a few bucks, but $15 a piece for each of these games is really not a bad deal. Up next is Titan's Quest, taking us back to 2016 with a price tag of $20. Now, this is also available on mobile as well. I do not believe that it has cross-play abilities though, but this is one of your more classic action RPG style games if you're someone that's into that type of art style. Very different than some of the others such as Path of Exile that we showed earlier in this video, but still a viable option that really has a die-hard community. A small community, but one that really loves the game. Van Helsing Final Cut. This is back from 2015 and the price tag is kind of heavy at $45, but it's a really good game that again has stood the test of time. Now, a lot of people in the action RPG space may say, I'd prefer to play a free-to-play game and spend on microtransactions. Others may say they'd rather spend 45 bucks, pay for the game, and not have to spend anything else ever. Unless if DLC comes out where you may have to spend. Either way, whichever gamer you are, well, there's something on today's list for you. This is another option. Looks like there's a lot of depth inside of the game as well and has some of those classic action RPG features that people tend to love. The game looks really in depth, it looks really nice, and I actually vibe with it. Make sure you subscribe to the channel and ring the bell if you want to see more videos giving you the best game options that you should be playing right now. Minecraft Dungeons, sitting at $20 in the Steam store. This is a game that I've played quite a bit of. If you like Minecraft and you like action RPGs, this is a home run for you. Tons of fun with that action RPG feel, but also taking you and encompassing you in a world that we all know and love, which is extremely popular, Minecraft. There's DLC that goes along with this game. It's updated over time, and it's a game that's just a ton of fun to play. A little bit more casual than Diablo, of course, but really a good time. Next, we have Torchlight Infinite, which is the latest installment of Torchlight, which has a mobile and a Steam PC client. Again, this is another example of one of those games that is cross-platform, meaning you could play on mobile and then convert your progress over to PC or vice versa. This is a game that I spent a lot of time playing. It's a real nice rendition of what we know from Torchlight 2, and it's a game that I would highly recommend whether you are a PC gamer or a mobile gamer. This one is a free-to-play game, obviously with transactions within the game, but you can download it and play without any limitations. No time limitations, no fuel or energy systems. You can just play as long as you want for free. Torchlight Infinite. It's fun. And of course, Lost Ark. This is one of the newest on the list here today as well. It's a free-to-play action RPG, MMO style, looks fantastic. Of course, has microtransactions within the game as well, but it really is a fine example of action RPGs, and I think it does it fairly well in the free-to-play market. This is one of the more popular ones on today's list as well, and you really got to give it a shot. Don't spend any money inside of the game, and make sure that you like it before you decide to spend, if you decide to spend at all. Having released back in 2021, Eclipse is up next. Sitting at 50% off for $6.99 on the Steam store. This one definitely gives you those dark, fiery, hell vibes, similar vibes that we get from when we play Diablo. It's one that's on Steam right now. Anima is the next game on today's list, and this is actually a mobile game, but really is a great representation of what you could expect if you were a fan of Diablo 2. Anima has all of those retro classic vibes, giving you the artwork style that we are used to from back in the day, but the systems inside of the game, the smoothness of how the game plays are really just incredible. It's really a well-polished game, and it is not pay to win in any way. A very free-to-play player-friendly game. Available on mobile for all of you that are looking for something like Diablo, but maybe you don't want to play Diablo Immortal or Torchlight Infinite or Undecember. This one may be for you. Chronicon is sitting at $14 and came out back in 2020. Very much a Zelda-looking game right here, but it is an action RPG. Also has a bit of those Minecraft vibes with less graphic detail than you'll get from Minecraft Dungeons. Obviously, we have 4 classes to choose from right here with skill trees to build, and if you're into the retro style Zelda looking game, this could be an option that you would choose to play on Steam. Dungeon Siege 2 brings us back to 2005 and is sitting on Steam for $7. Oh man, this is another one of those classic ones. It gives me WoW vibes, to be honest with you, but it's an action RPG that you might enjoy. Last Epoch is up next, and this one came out in 2019, but actually is still in early access. Yes, it's one of those that could take a while to come out, but you still can play as development takes place. With that being said, this one is sitting with a price tag of $35 on Steam. It is a bit different from some of the others that we've seen. It does have those Diablo vibes, and I noticed that legendary poking up into the skies definitely has those vibes for sure, but it also has more of a dinosaur style vibe to it, which I kind of like. It's different than a lot of the others we've seen, but this here is another option for you. Grim Dawn takes us back to 2016 and is currently on sale on Steam for $6.25. It's a 75% discount. Another one of those older style action RPG games, but really nice. It wouldn't be on today's list if I didn't feel that the game represented the genre well. This one clearly does and is a good option for someone that's not looking for something free to play and doesn't mind the retro, more classic vibes. Book of Demons came out in 2018 and is sitting right now on Steam for $25. Yes, it is a newer game, but also it has the retro graphic style, reminding me much of what we could expect from ANIMA, which was the mobile title that I mentioned earlier in today's video. As you can see, it won a few awards. This is an indie title for those of you that are into supporting those indie game developers, and a great option for you in the space. Victor VRAN came out in 2015 and is currently sitting on Steam for $20. Definitely has some of the Van Helsing vibes right here, but it is a different game with a different style. It's one that may fit your want, your need, your desire in the action RPG space. I'm not sure. Let me know if you like this one or if you don't think it belongs. Warhammer CHOASBANE is up next, and it came out back in 2019 with a price tag of $30, available right now on Steam. And it is more of what we like to see. Action RPG with its own vibe, with its own style, as all the games have on today's list. Everything does something just a little bit different to try and capture your attention. You need to figure out which one captures yours. Walken is up next. This one came out in 2020 and is now on sale on Steam for 75% off, sitting at $10. Another one, this one reminded me a lot of how UNDECEMBER looks from a graphic element. Really nice looking game, and a lot of depth inside of this game as well. Lots of systems that you can enhance and upgrade over time, as well as skill trees. Well, I guess you're kind of used to skill trees being that you're an action RPG player. This game takes a lot of effort and puts that into how the game looks, the environments, and the overall presence that you get inside of the game. And it's available now. Darksiders Genesis coming in at a $30 price tag from back in 2019. We have something that has quite the entrance for sure. This definitely gives me the Diablo feel, the Diablo vibe, and it's a really nice looking game. Trailer is displaying that as well. As I mentioned, this one is available on Steam right now, and the gameplay fits the trailer, looking really nice. Loving the colors. It looks to me like a mix of a Torchlight style looking game with the Diablo universe. Warhammer Inquisitor, sitting at $50, back from 2018, I believe it was. This is another one on the list. One of the more expensive games, to be honest, but I know that on Steam they do have Warhammer packages that can get you multiple games from the Warhammer universe at a lesser price. If you're a Warhammer fan, that may be a better option for you. But this is a nice looking action RPG, and it's a Warhammer universe one, so like I said, if that's your vibe, maybe worth it. The SLORMANCER, sitting at $20, came out in 2021 and is actually still in early access. Another one of the Zelda-y looking games, but this one has an art style that I actually really like. I like the shading inside of the game, and even though I'm not someone that would be drawn to a game with this art style, I know that there are a lot of gamers who are different than me, who would actually really love this. So another option for you available right now on Steam. And we have Death Trash coming out in 2021, sitting at $20. Another one right here that's still in early access. Really fun title. I mean, I'm getting Oregon Trail vibes from this one, but hey, if this is your thing, it's got a cyberpunky feel as well. Maybe you'd like to give it a try. Let me know which one on today's list was your absolute favorite. Thanks for sticking around to the end of the video. Let me know in the comments which games I missed. What games should have also been on this list? I'll be sure to take a look at them and maybe feature them in an upcoming video.